Hi, I'm Tyler Peterson. I teach the frequency of leadership, and this is the June alignment where I help leaders to raise their frequency so they can unlock their full power. And this month, the theme is, are you tired of endless self-improvement? And I have a hunch many of you probably are. And the best way to jump into this topic is really to share a story with you, a client I've been working with. And I think it really exemplifies some of the things, or many of the things, a lot of us have been experiencing at one point in our lives or potentially are experiencing right now. So this individual owns their own business, they're a leader, they want to create impact in the world, and they find that work's become more difficult, that they have to work harder, they have to work longer. They've gotten into life hacks, kind of trying to maximize their productivity, all in an effort to create more impact in the world, to drive the success of their business as well, of course. And while doing that, this person also found themselves projecting confidence and projecting success when they might not have been really feeling it genuinely inside. Their physical health was okay, the relationship was okay, work was okay, just kind of all these different facets of their life were kind of working, they were okay, but nothing was really great. So he jumped into all the life hacks, maximizing productivity, like I just mentioned, kind of chasing that self-improvement. This person also turned to external sources of happiness. Traditionally, we've been conditioned that there are things we can seek outside of us that will bring us happiness. So he started drinking a little bit more, consuming more caffeine to become more up and more energized during the day, probably because he was feeling bad from drinking alcohol the night before, keeping themselves really busy so they wouldn't have time to look inside, to reflect, kind of pursuing these external sources of happiness, consuming more, traveling, going on vacation, purchasing things. The list goes on and on. I think many of you can relate to having some direct experience trying to find satisfaction in these different ways. So when you take a step back and you look, you can see he wasn't enjoying what he was creating. He wasn't enjoying the process. It had become stressful. He felt like he started to have to work harder and longer for it. And ultimately, he was feeling kind of a lack of fulfillment in multiple aspects of his life. So this is not uncommon, right? And he, on his own accord, realized, great for him, that he needs to start looking inside, that the solutions to his issues will be found within him, not somewhere externally. And that's an amazing first step. So he did that, and he started pursuing it in a way that I call the old paradigm. Reading books, listening to podcasts, going to workshops, learning different leadership frameworks, trying to discover all these different ways people have discovered to improve the quality of their life, to enhance their leadership, all in an effort to experience the results that they wanted to create for themselves. There's nothing wrong with that. This is what's available to us. This is what's around us. We turn to these resources for advice to learn and to grow. But it's a bit of an old paradigm in the sense that there isn't this complete understanding of who and what we are and how we create our reality. And without that understanding, we're caught in this cycle of kind of experiencing temporary relief, or temporary transformation in our life, or a limited transformation in our life. And it feels good while it lasts, or that incremental change feels good. But I found that for a lot of people, there isn't this lasting transformation, and there isn't this bigger context of understanding why are these things happening. So if they happen again in my life, I'll understand why, and I'll have a set of skills and practices to address those issues. Without understanding this bigger context of who and what we are and how we create our reality with our frequency, we're left with these minor transformations, these temporary transformations. And so you get into this cycle of kind of endless self-improvement. You get a quick fix, it works for a little while, and then you kind of go back to your old patterns. So then you go to the next workshop, or you pick up the next book, or listen to the next podcast. You think that there's somebody else out there who has some other understanding for how to alleviate the challenges you're finding in your life. And, have you experienced this before? I know I have. I know I've spent many years listening to different things, trying different things, and kept experiencing the same problem, sometimes identically, later in my life or in different ways, but I never felt that fulfillment. I never felt like I was enjoying the process of creating the life I love. And the missing piece was frequency. And so this is the new paradigm, and that's understanding that we create our reality with our frequency. It drives all of our experiences. And so if we don't understand what frequency is, if we don't understand we're the ones generating our own frequency, then we're going to be caught in this pattern of continuing to experience the same low frequency over and over in our life, sometimes exactly in the same way. Maybe it's a string of really bad relationships, or in multiple different facets in our lives. The same frequency can show up in so many ways in our lives. But when you get down to the heart of it, if you can identify what that frequency is and change it, then you've created lasting transformation for yourself in every aspect of your life. So frequency, again, it's composed of our thoughts, our emotions, and mostly our beliefs about ourselves. So this client, when we started working together, it took a little time, but we discovered at the heart of it for him was a sense of unworthiness. He didn't feel worthy of having the success in his business that he aspired to have. He'd had some success, but he also was creating a lot of difficulties for himself. That imposter syndrome, that projecting confidence, not feeling that genuine sense of self-worth within himself. And this showed up in his relationship with his partner, in his relationship with his work colleagues, with his clients. It showed up in the sense of his physical health, looking after himself, not being worthy of having good physical health. So this one aspect of his frequency, this one limiting belief of lack of worthiness, showed up in so many different aspects of his life. You know, this is a really common one too, self-worth. I bet I've certainly had this issue in my life, and I still uncover it in different ways from time to time. And maybe you've had that same root self-limiting belief in your life that was holding your frequency low, that was inhibiting you from creating things you want to create in your life for yourself and for the world around you. So it was really amazing. If you understand frequency, if you understand that you're the one creating your frequency all the time, and that it's drawing back to you 100% of your experiences, that you create your reality through your frequency, then it shifts everything. You begin to understand that there's a root cause, there's a root catalyst creating all the experiences in your life, the ones that we enjoy, that we want more of, and the ones that we don't enjoy, that we'd like to see an end to at some point, hopefully in the near future in our lives. So this is really the key to lasting transformation and lasting change, and getting off of that endless hamster wheel of self-improvement, because it's not about that. You already are complete. You already are whole. You already have all the tools and the resources within yourself to change your experience of your life. It's all in there within you, waiting for you to see it and begin exercising these skills, these abilities. So how do you do this? What's the solution? Well, it's to raise your frequencies, to learn these skills, these practices, and actively, daily, practice raising your frequency. This is a process, this is a journey, but it's an amazing one. It's a very exciting one. You'll begin to wake up each morning looking forward to how you can exercise your power and what you can create each day. It's really tremendous and amazing. So that's the solution, raise your frequency. And if you'd like, if you haven't already, I'd invite you to go to my website, thefrequencyofleadership.com. You can receive the free essentials of the Frequency of Leadership. It's a 6-day email mini course that will be sent to you. It's free, and it walks you through all the main practices, all the pillars, all the principles of the Frequency of Leadership, and how to begin raising your frequency today. We don't hold anything back, so if this is something of interest to you, go for it. Dive in and start changing the quality of your leadership and the quality of your life right now. Okay, so that's the talk for this month. Are you tired of the endless cycle of self-improvement? And if you're anything like me, it was quite a relief to discover and to learn that there's a way out of that. and that there's a way you can begin moving forward and experience lasting transformation in your life and begin creating the results that you desire. So I wish you the best of luck with that. Let's now shift over into the alignment portion of this month's alignment. And for those of you who are new, this is where I channel energy that will support you to have the experience of high frequency. During this alignment, during this meditation, you'll have that experience. You'll feel what it's like in your body. You may also have realizations or insights or memories or emotions come up that are released. You'll have the experience of this moving on. And the effect of that is your frequency effortlessly and naturally rising up on its own. It's an amazing experience. It's for your benefit and supports you to maintain a higher frequency. So again, if you're new to this, all that you have to do is be relaxed, be present. I'll guide us into a meditation at the very beginning. And at one point I'll say, I'm now going to open to the channel. And from that point on, I'll be quiet. I'm not speaking at all. I'm just in silence. My role is to guide you into this experience, to open to these energies, and then to step out of the way and let them come through and work with you directly. And the beauty of these energies are, it doesn't matter where you are or when you are. You could be watching this recording at a later date, which you probably are because it's being posted on YouTube. And no matter where you are in the world, this is the beauty of our multidimensionality. None of that matters, time and space. If you just set the intention to receive these energies, they find you in this now moment, this ever-present now moment. And these energies are intelligent. They understand what would be of the highest service to you in this moment. So they tailor themselves to your specific needs. They help you exactly in the highest way that's for your highest benefit right here and now. They're truly amazing. And if you've experienced these before, then welcome back. I am sure you've noticed a progression and a change in your life over time from having experienced these regularly. They accelerate your process of transformation and raising your frequency. So with that, let's shift into doing the actual alignment. And if you haven't already, I would just invite you to sit or lay down somewhere where you're comfortable. You really don't want your body aching. You don't want your attention to be pulled away to your body. So be comfortable. And also be sure you stay awake. That's important too. You want to be present to this experience to the best of your ability. Okay, so with that, I'll just invite you to close your eyes. And before we begin, I just want to ask for your permission to do this alignment. If I have your permission, please go ahead and say yes out loud or yes quietly to yourself. Okay, wonderful. So let's just bring our attention to our breathing in through our nose, and then a longer, slower exhale out through our mouth. And just do 2 or 3 of these on your own. One more. And just settling into a natural and easy rhythm of breathing. And now let's establish our grounding. So simply setting the intention, I am grounded, I am connected with Earth. Earth is connected with me. I invite Mother Earth and her energies up into my body, to my being, to hold me, to support me. And just setting that intention initiates that entire process. And you may be aware of that. You may feel energy in your feet, the base of your spine, other parts of your body. You may feel peacefulness and calm and groundedness. You might not feel anything at all, and that's okay too. And now let's bring our awareness up into our heart centers. And this is our portal, our connection to that bigger aspect of ourselves, to our divinity, to our higher self. It's all through the heart. There are no filters limiting us in any way when we move into our heart center. So bring your awareness there and just rest your awareness in your heart center. And if it's helpful, you can put your hand on your heart. You can set the intention out loud. I am aligned with my heart. I move into my heart. All of these will help you sense that connection. Help you to feel this truth within your being. And then we'll set one intention before I open the channel, and that intention is, I am present and I am open to receive all that is for my highest good. And I invite you to state this intention out loud to yourself or quietly inside to yourself. I am present and I am open to receive all that is for my highest good. Okay. I'm going to open to the channel now, and I'll be in silence until the end of the meditation when I call us back. So here we go. just invite you to slowly come back to your room, wherever you are. Just come back to your awareness, your body, in your own time, your own rhythm. You can also, if you're really enjoying these frequencies, you can just continue with your eyes shut, continue feeling them for as long as you'd like, for as long as they last. For everyone else, I just want to say thank you for participating in this alignment. I can feel you. That felt amazing. And I hope that this month's talk, maybe you saw a bit of yourself in there in some way, hooked onto that old paradigm of how we go about trying to improve ourselves, improve our life, experience transformation. And I hope you download the essentials and shift into the new paradigm, understanding that we're multidimensional and bringing to bear those resources to create lasting, permanent change and transformation in your life. Okay, that's it for this month. Thank you again, and I wish you well. Take care.